one more thing is like we've talked about some of the rhythm and stuff, but just the guitar theory and like it's like classical, neoclassical, but not like neoclassical in the way that Obscura or those bands are. But it's like modern classical that a lot of it's really on the brink of like progressive music. I would say.
Well, that's also because when remember I mentioned that we had like a more Swedish sounding death metal band before, had way more baroque kind of more a little bit more like necro, those kind of things,
Mm-hmm.
which we were like totally into at the time. But I think Jonas, he's always like Bach has always been the main guy, but he also started checking out um, other, like you said, more modern and different kind of stuff. I remember we were sitting and listening to Stravinsky and these crazy Shostakovich, and I mean these crazy composers who made they sort of broke the mold on that, because at the end of the day, like Baroque music is kind of air candy in a way. It's very sweet. It's super nice. I love it, but it's kind of when you listen to other stuff, there's because there's so much out there, you find stuff, and I think Jonas was very receptive to that, and he understood it. That's an important part too. He really got what they were doing, and the thing with we were talking earlier about, you said it was like Spawn and Necron, the melodies and the solos and stuff. Very early on, Jonas had this idea of, what if you play a song and you have like the intro and then the verse and the chorus and so on. You do the traditional, but then somewhere along the line, you have this huge melodic part, this sort of freestanding, but it connects with the rest of the song. We call it, and when I translate, it sounds really silly, but we call it cookies. Like, we need a cookie in this song. I kid you not. It's really that. It's like, we need a cookie. And so basically what you could do is you could have like a separate thing that was just freestanding, and then put it into a song and see how it would work, and maybe tweak it a little bit to make it all sort of entwined and get it working really good. And I think that's what separated Spawn a little bit, that you would get like a little surprise somewhere in the middle, before or after the solo. That was that was very early. Yeah. And those obviously, they evolved with the albums too. Jonas goes nuts with those. We even talked about, maybe we should write a song without one. I don't know how, you know. You need them, you know.
Yeah. What a great concept. I've never heard it described as a cookie, but like I immediately thought of a bunch of songs that already have those, and entire bands that base their I think that is a pretty ubiquitous idea.
Like Opeth thing.
Yeah.
Right? They got a bunch of cookies in their stuff.
Yeah.
I would say that too.
Definitely.
Or like Cynic would have those at like the end of the album.
I'm so gonna start finding cookies. I'm gonna be looking for cookies in all the songs that I listen to now, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like what flavors they are too. Like, oh, dude, this is kind of chocolate chip type. Oatmeal raisin at the end.
Yeah.